So you want to learn how to mix the perfect purple? Coming right up. How you going there guys? It's Emma here from Paint and Pinot, giving you some top tips for all things art and design, and today we're going to learn how to mix the perfect purple. And the first thing we need to do is a little bit of colour theory. Okay, let's try and keep this brief. First things first, 3 primary colours. I'm sure you all know that. The one rule you need to know is what happens when you mix all 3 primary colours together. What colour do we get? Exactly. Here's an example of how that happens. Take, for example, when you're mixing your colours in a water pot. The first thing that happens when you mix all your colours together, your water starts to go brown. That is because every single time you mix 3 primary colours, red, blue, yellow, you are always going to get brown. That's the one thing you need to remember today. If you remember that rule, you're never going to go wrong in terms of mixing your colours. So let's have a quick look. First things first. Orange, red and yellow should look like this, not this. Blue and yellow should look like this, not this. And of course the big one here, purple should look like this, not this. And there's a big reason why this happens, and that is because secondary colours must only have the 2 primary colours in that. Let's break this down a little bit more technically. First things first, here's red. Here's red. 2 very different reds, and if you buy them in the shop, one is called a warm red, one is called a cool red. I'm not going to go into technical details about what makes warm and cool. Basically it's to do with hues. That's for another lesson. My dogs are barking, bear with me. For those of you that don't know, this is Cheezal and here's Oscar. They're making a bit of a noise today. So let's try and get this done with the both of them to teach you how to do this. Okay, so Cheezal, red and red. We have 2 different reds here. This red here is slightly different to this red here. Of course, there's a big reason why that is the case. Basically, this red here has a tiny, tiny little bit of yellow in it. Isn't that right, Oscar? This red on the other side has a tiny, tiny hint of blue in it, and it makes a big, big difference. All right, let's put Cheezal here, and then we'll try and explain how these 2 work. 2 reds. So this one here, this has got a slight hint of yellow in it. The one that Oscar's standing over has got a slight hint of blue in it. So that therefore means if you were to mix this red with your blue, trying to achieve a perfect purple, you've got 3 primary colours in there. Isn't that right, boys? 3 primary colours, I know. So of course that's going to end up with this colour. Tell us, Cheezal. Brown. Pooey brown. Not a good one. So what we want to have, guys, is you want to make sure that you have your red that has the slightly bluer colour in it, because this has no hint of yellow in there. Now if we were to mix these 2 colours, you're going to get a perfect purple. Of course, Oscar, there's one more thing we're missing here, isn't there? We have 2 blues. 1 blue, 2 blue. This is your warm blue, this is your cool blue. Of course, these 2 blues are slightly different in colour. This one here has a slight hint of red. This one here has a slight hint of yellow. Isn't that right, Oscar? So of course, if we have the same problem, if we mix this blue with this red, even though this is the right red, we've still got the 3 primary colours. What do we get with 3 primary colours? Brown. So the key here is, guys, if you're ever trying to mix a secondary colour, you only want to have those 2 colours. Remember that every single primary colour has a hint of one of the other secondary colours. So as long as you're going for purple and you're mixing the bluey red with the reddy blue, you're going to get a beautiful purple like this. And of course the same goes if you're trying to mix an orange. So if you're going to take the red that has a slight hint of yellow in it, you want to mix that with the yellow that has a slight hint of red in it, then you're going to get the perfect orange for a sunset. Of course, if you're going to go for green, you want to choose the same options. So green, you want to choose the right blue. This is the blue that's got a hint of yellow. Of course, this is your alternative blue, which is the warm blue that's got a slight hint of red. Remember, you're avoiding those 3 primary colours that we know as tertiary colours in the art world. So we're going to take our cool yellow. This has got a hint of blue in it, believe it or not. This blue has got a tiny hint of yellow in it. You're going to get the perfect green. Guys, I hope this helps. It's one of the main questions we get asked, how to mix colour effectively. Hopefully this is just a brief starter. A lot of you will already know about the colour wheel, but this really is just to get your head around how to mix those perfect colours. So if you've enjoyed today's video, guys, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button, where we're going to get weekly top tips on all things art and design. We'll see you next time. Happy painting!